Hey baby, you ready? I mean, it's time for a movie night, so I was thinking of us watching something. But I want to ask you first, what do you want to watch? Because I don't know what to watch. I mean, like, there's so much movie in this world that I don't know what to watch. There's so much good stuff that I haven't watched, like, believe it or not, I haven't watched Lord of the Rings, all three of them. Wait, I have to turn off the lights first. And I was thinking of watching it, but it's like 3 hours of epics, and if I watch something, I want to watch every single part of it from beginning to the end. So I have to binge watch around 9 hours of content, 9 hours of Lord of the Rings material. I could just call that Lord of the Rings Day. But when I watch like a series or something, I could binge watch 10 to 15 episodes a day, so I don't understand what the hell is going on. I'm sorry for geeking out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was thinking of. Wait. Let me check something. Let me check my letterbox. Do you know what letterbox is? It's like this social media platform. Not really a social media platform. It's more like a Facebook for film buffs. So if you watch a movie, you rate it, and you just post it there, and you can make friends and all that stuff. So I was thinking of watching something. Have you ever watched Taxi Driver? I don't want you to watch that. Not because I don't want you to watch it. It's an awesome movie. I can't lie about that. But you'll just think of me if we watch Taxi Driver. I might as well just take you to watch some adult movies or something together because he's stealing my ideas. No, I mean, I'm stealing ideas from the movie. So the movie like tells the story of a like this guy who's this taxi driver who's super lonely, who is awkward in society. So he tries to like find a purpose, and then he saw this girl because he likes this girl, but he doesn't know what to do. So he decides to just he's so awkward that he doesn't understand social norms, and he takes her to this like adult video place, and of course she runs out, and he was like, what the hell did I do wrong? And the best part of the best part about the movie is that the character's motivation changed. So after he thought about trying to get the girl the traditional way, he thought about getting the girl by getting attention. Not about getting attention. He doesn't even think about getting the girl anymore because he was so heartbroken that he decided that he wanna avenge that rejection or something. It's been a long time since I watched it. By actually going out and trying to kill the president that his crush was actually vouching for, because his crush is actually part of the campaign, or the campaigner for the president or something, or maybe the mayor or something like that. And then the character changes from that to saving this underage girl from being a prostitute. It's actually a pretty awesome movie, but if you want to watch like a better version of Joker, you could go ahead. But I would suggest watching William Dafoe's Light Sleeper. The director is from the writer who wrote what do you call it? Taxi Driver, and it tells the story of this also lonely guy who's trying to get through life from being addicted to like drugs and such. And when things go south, I can't tell you the story. I can't really describe how the story is, but it's such an awesome character study that you have to watch it. But I can see you're confused right now, so I'm not gonna geek out because you just hate me geeking out, right? Okay, let's talk about something else. Let's watch a movie or something. I have a few suggestions. The first one is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's Snatch from Guy Ritchie. So it stars Brad Pitt, Benicio del Toro, who else? Jason Statham, and Stephen Graham, Dennis Farina, and all those stuff you don't know. So it's like this comedy gangster movie about a bunch of gangsters trying to steal this diamond. It's essentially that. Well, one of it isn't. I feel that it's one of the best Brad Pitt roles, because Brad Pitt doesn't even look like Brad Pitt. Usually, if you watch a Brad Pitt movie, Brad Pitt looks like Brad Pitt, or Brad Pitt plays Brad Pitt, like Tom Cruise plays Tom Cruise. But in this movie, Brad Pitt plays this gypsy character called Mickey, and Mickey is a one-punch man type of person. It's so fun to watch. It's one of the most replayable movies, rewatchable I mean, and I suggest you watch it. But if you're not in the mood for that, if you're in the mood for an epic too, but also very fun, is The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. I know it's an old movie, but you have to listen to me first. This movie will be one of the most satisfying movies you'll ever watch. I mean, have you ever watched something like a 3-hour movie or 2-hour 30-minute movie, other than Endgame of course, that makes you want to watch it all over again? Because Endgame doesn't have any rewatchable value, but The Good and the Bad and the Ugly has. It's one of the most fun films I have watched in years, especially that final scene, that final showdown, and that one scene before the showdown where the ugly one was running around the, I can't spoil you the location of the ending. That was one of the most brilliant scenes of all time, with the score from Ennio Morricone or something. I forgot what. Oh, rest in peace, that man. He makes such awesome music. Yes, Ennio Morricone. He makes such a beautiful score for a western, even though it was an age where westerns were dying, and it was lovely. Oh, do you know what's the difference between the American westerns and the so-called spaghetti westerns? The spaghetti westerns is not revolutionized. Spaghetti western is a type of genre like western, but other than showing the more heroic type of stuff, it shows like the more gritty stuff. So there's more blood. It's not that much heroic. The characters are multi-dimensional and all that stuff. It's like it's an awesome movie. Just let's just watch that. But I'm sure you don't want to watch a 3-hour movie, so we'll just watch something else. So I'd suggest Portrait of Lady on Fire. God, that movie is brilliant. No. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about this movie that I want you to watch so bad. I want you to watch it, but I don't think it's the right thing to do, because Drive My Car tells a story of this guy who has to deal with his wife's death. So there's a lot of things in this story that I can't really tell you because it's spoiler, but it is one of the first movie that makes me want to cry in front of my friends, and that is a hard thing to do, because that movie hits you so much. The movie is, you could say, very, very sad, very heartbreaking, but the ending, there is no other ending that is so satisfying. Usually there's endings that are satisfying to the story, but this one is satisfying to the soul, because when you finally finished watching that flick, you feel, even though you have tears running down your eye, but you feel like you've gone through something beautiful, you've gone through a journey, and that is what's important in films. I want films that touch my soul, not just my nipples. I mean, like, I want movies that really gives me chills, that really impacts my life. Like I could talk about The Dark Knight anytime I want to, but I won't. So yeah. Oh, one other film that you need to watch, if you haven't, is Parasite. What a brilliant film! I couldn't believe it. It won the Oscar. I mean, I remember watching it far before it got its theatrical release on internationally. It was on Asia, and I got a chance to watch it, and it was, oh my lord. I remember watching it with my dad. My dad said, "This is gonna win the Oscar," and Yes, it did. It is beautiful. It is lovely. It is has one of the most surprising twists that I just couldn't see. And the twist is not like the surprise twist from horror or thriller. It's it's a twist that changes the whole story, that really makes you not only think different but also view different. You know, it's one of those movies you just can't really, um, not that you can't really predict. It's one of those films that deserves a class of its own. It's not good. It's not great. It's a borderline masterpiece. So if we want to watch something, I'd suggest, because of the duration of our time, we'll probably watch Parasite. But I don't think we're gonna finish it, because every time we watch a movie, every 20 minutes or so, we're just gonna end up making out. Or maybe if I get too sucked into a movie, I'm not gonna let you make out with me. So let's watch something that we could make out with. And for that, I suggest Shark Tale.